Hej, 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 cześć, siemano, witam was wszystkich bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z Dragon Age'a. Dzisiaj lecimy do... Tak, pokazuję palcem, po chuj, nie wiem. Lecimy do lasu Brecilian. Lasu Brecilian idziemy zdobyć zaufanie elfów. Następnie chyba będzie tak, że pójdziemy do Orzamaru, a na końcu do Denerim, a potem zajmiemy się tymi kolejnymi questami. Tak mi się przynajmniej wydaje, że tak będzie najbardziej optymalnie. Do Brecilian. Tak, nie wiem czemu przestałem mówić, jak mu się spodziewa jakiegoś cinematiku, ale po prostu pokazuje plama krwi, że się przemieszczamy. Jakieś ciekawe spotkania po drodze? Chyba nie, już chyba wszystko tutaj wyczyściliśmy. Co mi palcem
Hold,
pokazujesz?
outsider. You may be of my kind, but you are not Dalish. Why are you here?
Mam sprawę do waszego przywódcy.
And what business is that?
Nie wiem, czy jest sens tutaj ukrywać to, że jestem szarym strażnikiem? No powiedzmy, ta perswazja zazwyczaj wychodzi lepiej niż takie po prostu gadanie, więc powiedzmy, że powiem to opiekonowi, nikomu innemu.
Seeing as you are obviously no simple trespasser, I will leave it to the keeper to decide the importance of your business. In the camp, I suggest you keep your hands to yourself, and remember that our arrows are still trained on you. Follow me.
Ajaj. Chodźmy za nią. Zobaczmy, co ich przywódca ma mi do powiedzenia ciekawego.
I see we have guests. Who are these strangers, Mithra? I have precious little patience and less time to spend on outsiders today.
I understand, but this one claims to have important business with our people.
I see. Tell me, stranger, what business could you possibly have with us? We have our own issues we must deal with, as you can see.
Przybyło w imieniu Szarej Straży.
You might have simply said so to begin with. Masirinus, Mithra. You may return to your post.
Manuvinen, keeper.
Now, allow me to introduce myself. I am Zafrian, the keeper of this clan, its guide and preserver of our ancient lore. And you are?
Jestem Alwem, miło mi cię
If you
poznać.
came to bring news of the blight in the south, it is not needed. I had already sensed its corruption. I would have taken the clan north by now, had we the ability to move. Sadly, as you can see, we do not.
Yes, it seems like you've had your own troubles. What are the odds?
I imagine you are here regarding the treaty we signed centuries ago. Unfortunately, we may not be able to live up to the promise we made. This will require some explanation. Please, follow me.
Ajaj. Tylko za wami łażę co kawałek.
The clan came to the Brecilian forest 1 month ago, as is our custom when we enter this part of Ferelden. We are always wary of the dangers in the forest, but we did not expect the werewolves would be lying in wait for us. They ambushed us, and though we drove the beasts back, much damage was done. Many of our warriors lie dying as we speak. Even with all our magic and healing skill, we will eventually be forced to slay our brethren to prevent them from becoming beasts. The Blight's evil must be stopped, but we are in no position to uphold our obligations. I am truly sorry.
Okej. Dlaczego te bestie was zaatakowały?
They are savage and unrelenting. They need no reason to attack anyone. What is curious, however, is the ambush. We expect werewolves to be no more cunning than a rabid wolf. The ambush suggests a level of intelligence we've never seen before.
Może nie są tak bezrozumne, jak sądzicie.
I doubt that. The very curse that is in their blood fills them with an unreasoning rage that precludes any true thought.
Czy nie ma sposobu, żeby pomóc twoim łowcom?
The affliction is a curse that runs rampant in their blood, bringing great agony and then ultimately either death or a transformation into something monstrous. The only thing that could help them must come from the source of the curse itself, and that would be no trivial task to retrieve.
Jestem dobry w niełatwych zadaniach.
Within the Brecilian forest dwells a great wolf. We call him Witherfang. It was within him that the curse originated, and through his blood that it has been spread. If he is killed and his heart brought to me, perhaps I could destroy the curse. But this task has proven too dangerous for us. I sent some hunters into the forest a week ago, but they have not returned. I cannot risk any more of my clan.
Rozumiem. No dobra, powiedzmy, że... Dobra, zastanawiam się nad sprawdzeniem pomocy z zewnątrz.
From whom? The children of the stone? The Shemlin? Do you truly think they have time to spare for us?
No niby tak. Znajdź dla ciebie tego
I must
chorego kła.
warn you that more than werewolves lurk in the Brecilian forest. It has a history full of carnage and murder, you see. Where there is so much death, the veil separating the spirit realm from our own becomes thin, allowing spirits to possess things, living or dead. But if you can indeed help, then I wish you luck.
Mam do ciebie kilka
Make
pytań.
them quick, if you please. I have much to do here. My apprentice Lanaya or Sayrel, the clan's storyteller, could provide you with answers just as easily.
Okej. Jakieś rady do
Watch for the
znalezienia
white
go?
wolves. They are his eyes and ears in the forest.
Okej. Opowiedz mi o tej klątwie.
There is not much to say. It stemmed originally from Witherfang, but now any werewolf may infect someone with it.
Okej. Więc wszystkie wilkołaki na świecie wzięły się od chorego kła?
No. The ones from this forest, however, do.
Więc jak wilkołak mnie ugryźć, zaraża się?
It is possible, but not guaranteed. The only way to protect against the curse is not to be bitten.
Okej. Jak można poznać, czy padło się ofiarą klątwy?
You will know within a matter of days. You will begin to sweat and vomit, and most tellingly, your temper will become wild and uncontrollable. If that happens to you, you should seek out Witherfang even more swiftly. Your mission at that point will be rather personal.
Jak powstała ta
That is a
klątwa?
long tale I do not have time to tell. Ask Sayrel about it if you wish.
Nie mieszkam. Chcę zapytać coś innego. Chciałem jeszcze
I
zapytać o
must
sprzęt.
return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
Mogę jeszcze cię zapytać o sprzęt?
Yes? What is it you need?
Potrzebuję trochę sprzętu.
Then I suggest you see Master Verathorn. I will instruct him to put aside some supplies for you, the kind that the hunters use.
Okej.
I must return.
Dzięki za info. Porozmawiamy sobie z Lanają.
Sanitation, Grey Warden. My name is Lanaya. I am Zathrian's first, what you might call an apprentice, perhaps. I've been studying under the Keeper all my life. I am a bit curious of the outside world. Do you mind if I ask you a question or two?
No dobrze, no jeśli chcesz.
I hear the human cities are very large, thousands upon thousands of souls all packed together in their houses. Is that true?
Powiedzmy, że tak. Niektóre są tak wielkie, że nie można ich zmierzyć okiem.
How very loud that must be with everyone talking all at once. I try to imagine those of our people living in such a place, surrounded by walls of stone and indifference. It is a difficult thought.
No, niełatwo im tam żyć, ale to nie jest kwestia raczej murów i domów, co bardziej opresji, która ich spotyka, ale no, niełatwo im żyć.
What about you? What was life like amongst the humans?
Życie, które miałem, zrujnował ludzki szlachcic.
I'm saddened to hear that. You have my sympathies. It is said that one day we will have a land of our own. We Dalish gather the ancient wisdom in preparation for this. When that day comes, all elves, even those who have forgotten, will reclaim their former glory. I have one more question, though I'm not sure you can answer it. Do the humans ever regret what they did to us?
Chyba niektórzy tak, nie wszyscy ludzie są tacy sami.
And yet, even if some regret, they do nothing. A poet once wrote of them before the fall of the Dales. Like dragons they fly, glory upon wings. Like dragons, they savage, fearsome, pretty things. But you don't need me to quote poetry to you. Forgive me. Perhaps you have some questions of your own.
Z pewnością. Opowiedz mi coś więcej o
I'm
sobie.
hardly anyone special, I assure you. If I seem different from the rest of my clan, it's only because I was born amongst humans. Not too different from you, I imagine. I came to the Dalish at a very young age, but I've always retained my curiosity about the world I came from.
W jaki sposób przybyłeś do Dalijczyków?
My parents were servants to a human merchant whose caravans plied the southern routes. One day, bandits killed him, and my parents both. I was the only survivor, just a young girl, and the bandits took me. I was their servant for several years.
Służącą, jasne. Czyli przeżyłaś. Mówisz to bardzo spokojnie.
Do I? It's taken many years of reflection to come to terms with it, to forgive what those men did to me. I can only imagine what would have happened had the clan not saved me from them. I owe them my life for that, and more.
Uratowali cię z rąk bandytów?
The bandits killed a scout when the clan passed near their camp. When the clan discovered him, Zathrian came looking for his killers. He followed their tracks for almost a month, and when he finally caught up to us, he fell on the bandits like a terror. No one could stop him. I sat there and I watched him attack them in a blur, and I reveled in every blow. When he saw me, the fury in his eyes turned to pity. He took me back to the clan, and I've been here ever since.
Rozumiem. Nie miałeś żadnej rodziny, do której mogłabyś wrócić.
It's possible I might have had some, maybe many. Zathrian offered to take me back, but I had no idea where I was from, and I wanted to stay with the man who rescued me. The clan is my family. Any others out there? It's best they believe that little girl died with her parents. For now, the clan is all I need. My old world could not have offered me all this, and the knowledge of a keeper as well. Perhaps one day, when I am keeper, I might inquire out of curiosity. I'm not sure what lies down that road except pain, however.
Rozumiem. Jak zostać
I am
opiekunem?
not a keeper. I am Zathrian's first. Though because I was not born into the clan, becoming his first was very difficult. We Dalish have old traditions. The clans come from the ranks of the nobility that once ruled the Dales, you see. The keepers of those old clans have the strongest and purest blood that reaches back to the days of our Lathan. I had to compete against the other candidates for first, to be better than them in everything, simply because I was not of the old blood.
Okej. Na pewno jesteś dumna ze swoich osiągnięć.
I am. The ceremony where Zathrian anointed me as his first was the proudest day of my life. The clan has placed great trust in me. One day, I will lead them and be the one who secures our future.
Dlaczego Dalijczycy są tak
They
nieprzyjaźni?
have reason. Since the days of our Lathan, my people have been either subjugated or homeless.
Przecież nie jestem odpowiedzialny za... Nie. Czym jest ten Arlathan, o którym wspominasz?
It was our ancestral home, long ago when the humans first came to these lands. We were free then and immortal. We did not know how to deal with the humans, and in the end, they turned their power against us and destroyed our Lathan. Our ancestors were enslaved and our culture lost forever.
Okej, czy Arlathan jeszcze istnieje?
Not to my knowledge. According to the old tales, the human mages sank our Lathan into the ground, crushing it beneath the rock.
Straszne rzeczy. Czy Arlathan się nie bronił?
The Tevinter Imperium was a force to be reckoned with. It was ruled by mages with powerful blood magic. Though our Lathan fought, they lost.
Elfy były wtedy
They
nieśmiertelne?
died, but not of an aged body as other races do. Not until the humans came. According to the legends, association with humans caused us to quicken. Our blood sped, and we began to age. So we avoided them naturally. And then we were enslaved by them for 1,000 years. And in so doing, we all were quickened permanently and our immortality destroyed. Or so the old tales say.
Rozumiem. Mogliście przecież odzyskać długość życia, prawda?
In time and with seclusion. We Dalish have lengthy lifespans, and they will get longer. Zathrian himself has lived many centuries, though that is unusual even for us.
Lecz elfy odzyskały w końcu wolność, prawda?
Yes, After a millennium of slavery, our people were freed by Andraste, the human's prophet who spawned the Chantry.
Więc wy nie oddajecie czci stwórcy?
We worship the creators, as we always have. We give thanks to Andraste for her part in our freedom, but we do not worship her or her god.
Rozumiem, więc dlaczego nienawidzicie ludzi.
Shemlin, we call them. Quick children. I suppose it takes a certain arrogance to look upon another people as children, no? Perhaps we should be more heedful of our own role in our Lathan's loss. Even so, it was a bitter lesson to learn. One we are not grateful for.
Okej. Wydawało mi się, że waszą ojczyznę zwiedzie Dalią.
That was our second homeland. Our first was the great city of our Lathan. The Dales came when they were freed from enslavement. Elves everywhere journeyed hundreds and thousands of miles to the Dales, eager to start their lives anew. They called it the Long Walk. They reached the Dales and made it their own. And one day it was taken from us too. And you wonder why we are hostile.
I don't wonder. Czy nie ma sposobu, żeby zaprzyjaźnić się z waszym klanem?
It requires an individual to prove he is not the outsider we have come to expect. Your own task to help our clan is certainly a step in the right direction.
Okej. Chcę zapytać coś innego. Co właściwie robi opiekun?
A keeper is, first and foremost, the leader of the clan. He decides where we go and when we shall move. He's also responsible for knowing the clan's ancient lore and passing it on to the others in the clan. Without a keeper, the clan's knowledge is lost forever, so the clan protects him like no other.
Rozumiem. A co może mi o nim
Nothing
powiedzieć?
that you could not ask Zathrian himself. He is the keeper of this clan and has been for a very long time. He is also a very good man who has lost much. The Dalish are everything to him, and he would do anything to protect them.
Mam. Perswazja, wiele stracił? Co właściwie stracił?
Lost his family. A very long time ago. I don't know the story, but I understand the circumstances were horrific.
Rozumiem. Dobrze, muszę już
As you
iść.
wish. Darth Shirel.
Dzięki za tę bardzo długą rozmowę. Chodźmy tutaj.
What are you doing? You've warped the wood completely. Did you leave it out in the rain?
No, Master Ferrothorn. I think I just used too much heat.
You're not smelting ore like a Durgenlin. This is living wood. It requires patience and delicate hands, not more heat.
My actions bring me sorrow, Master Ferrothorn.
And so they should. Truly the art will be lost to us forever at this rate. Throw away your dead wood and start anew, and I shall speak to our guest. Now then, please forgive my distraction, stranger.
Jak on używa tego młotka tam z tyłu? Powiedziano mi, że możesz mnie zaopatrzyć w kwipunek.
Yes. The keeper sent word that you might ask me for such. I took the liberty of assembling some goods that our hunters use. There is a large chest by the Araville, where I put everything we could spare. Feel free to sort through it and take whatever you need.
Okej. Czy możesz się podzielić jakimś innym
I have nothing
wyposażeniem?
left that the clan could spare, but we do have goods that we were going to bring to the Shemlin villages to barter with.
Okej. Co dokładnie tu
I'm the
wyrabiacie?
clan's craftsmaster. It's my responsibility to learn what I can of the ancient elven arts of shaping wood and ore. In truth, we Dalish know little of the art compared to what we once did. And even what we know has taken us many lifetimes to achieve. There is wood that, if treated properly, is as hard as steel but far lighter. It grows only in this forest. Ironbark. The keeper has forbidden us from entering the forest to collect the wood. This means I cannot make our finest crafts for years to come.
Jeśli przyniosę ci trochę żelaza z drzewa?
I would be hesitant to ask it of you, but if you should come across ironbark, I suppose there would be no harm in gathering some. It is blue and very distinctive. You
Okej.
can only harvest the bark which has fallen off the tree from age. If you find some, bring it to me, and I will craft it for you.
Dobrze. Co mógłbyś
I
wykonać?
excel in making blades from the ironbark, or perhaps a breastplate, provided there's enough wood, that is.
Okej. Poszukam go w lesie.
That would please me, so long as our hunters come first.
Chciałbym z tobą
I am no
pohandlować.
merchant, but let us trade. Perhaps there's something here which will be of value to you.
I guess they might. There might be. Podręcznik zmiennokształtny, nie za bardzo. Właśnie, muszę podejść do Zewrana i się sprawdzić, czy nie może mnie nauczyć jak być tym szempierzem, czy jak to się tam kurwa nazywa. Fajne masz tej rzeczy, ale jakoś tak ten dar misa coś tam niby spoko, a ten mi daje plus 2 do obrażenia od elektryczności, co mi daje 10-40 obrażeń, czyli teoretycznie więcej. Plus mam jeszcze przebicie pancerza i otrzymywanie efektów uzdrawiających. Wydaje mi się, że to będzie lepsze. Bóg rzemiosła. Okej. Tu był ponoć jakiś kufer, który on tutaj zostawił, żebyśmy mogli sobie z tego skorzystać. Zwiadowcy ścisłu.
Very well.
To chyba nie o to chodzi. Gdzieś mówił, że zostawił mi jakiś kufer, który mogę sobie użyć, żeby... żeby...
Things through the forest. Do the trees just get out of their way, or what?
Nie wiem, Alister.
Very well.
Naprawdę nie mam pojęcia. Okej, tu są ci, ta dwójka tu jest.
Please leave that be. If you have need of equipment, I am sure Master Verathorn can help you.
Zathrian powiedział, że mogę wziąć to, co jest w
Please
środku.
do not lie to me. I find it most unbecoming.
Hej. Czyli nie mogę was opierdolić ze wszystkiego, co tylko macie.
As you say.
Bez sensu. To bardzo charakterystyczne miejsce, lecz nie ma tu nic ciekawego. Okej. Uznajmy, że spoko. Darmisu. Chujnia. Nic ciekawego. Kolorowe atramenty. A ty kim jesteś? Atras.
I greet you, stranger. It is good to see another elf, even if you are not one of the wandering clans. I trust my people have not been too harsh in their treatment of you.
Rozumiem, nie żywię do was urazy.
That is very generous of you. Most would assume we are unkind as a rule, and that is not the case, especially not to a Grey Warden. But we have lost much, and it is easy to forget simple niceties at such a time. I understand you will search for the wolves in the Brecilian forest. I would join you, but Zathrian has forbidden me.
Nie wydaje się zbyt szczęśliwy z
None of
tego
us are
powodu.
happy about this situation, and I least of all. But I shouldn't trouble you with this. You have your own concerns, I am certain.
Chciałbym o tym usłyszeć.
Well, perhaps you could help me with it. I would certainly appreciate anything you could do. My wife Denilah and I both fought the werewolves in the ambush. She was injured so gravely, the curse spread rapidly in her. Zathrian fought hard to ease her pain, but there was little he could do. And though he says that Denilah is dead, he will not let me see her body. I am beginning to believe she became a werewolf, and that it is being kept from me so I do not go chasing after her. If I could just know if Denilah is alive, or what happened to her, then I could be at peace.
Szukam
I
ją.
have an amulet made by our craftsman. It's not much, but I would be happy to give it to you in return for any news.
Dobrze. W takim razie przyniosę ci wiadomości, chociaż pewnie ci się nie spodobają, jak zemrzycie. Gdzie ty masz, gościu, ten... Ta skrzynka, o której wspominałeś. Gdzie ona jest? Dobra, jasna. Albo jestem ślepy, albo on ją gdzieś wpierdolił nie wiadomo gdzie i teraz będę szukał wiatru w lesie. Dosłownie. Wiatru w polu. Jezus Maria. No w sumie w tym przypadku wiatru w lesie. Geina. Cześć, Geina.
Andarin Atishan, outsider.
Kim jesteś?
I am Gaina. Is there something you need from me?
Możesz mi odpowiedzieć na kilka
I'm
pytań?
not sure what I can tell you, but I shall try.
Potrzebuję trochę
Master
sprzętu.
Verathorn should have what you need. Seek him out at the forge.
Okej. Chciałem się dowiedzieć czegoś więcej o tym ludzie.
She's the keeper's first and knows much of such questions.
Okej. Powiedz mi o
It
lesie.
would be best to speak to Seyrel. He is our storyteller and knows far more of such tales.
Okej. To co możesz mi powiedzieć o Zathrianie?
He has been our keeper since long before my parents were born. What could you wish to know about him?
Kim dokładnie jest
He
opiekun?
keeps us safe.
Dobra, to już wszystko
And
wiem.
he keeps the knowledge of
A
our
skąd on
people
bierze tę
from
wiedzę?
the other clans and from the artifacts we uncover in our travels. Everywhere the old empire was, so went their slaves. Pieces of our past lie everywhere.
Okej. Co to właściwie
The
za
ways of our
wiedza?
ancestors, of course, from the time of our Lathan, before the human empire enslaved our people.
Przekazać ją całemu ludowi?
To your people. When there is a new homeland for us all to settle in, the Dalish shall teach your people what they have forgotten.
Mam kolejne pytanie na temat Zathriana. Ile właściwie lat ma
I don't
Zathrian?
know. Very old. It is said that Zathrian may be one of the first to become as our ancestors were long ago, immortal.
No jak to możliwe? Dlaczego ona nie inni?
We all live longer than the Flat Ears, the elves who live with humans. The Keepers even more so because of their knowledge of the old ways. Why Zathrian differs from the others, I do not know. Perhaps he has been blessed by the creators.
Dobra, nie będę wam ubliżał, jeśli chodzi o religię, więc
May the creators bring you fortune.
idę sobie od ciebie. Dzięki za informację. Jakkolwiek mało by ich nie było, jakkolwiek by się nie powtarzały. Macie tutaj dużo elfich korzeni, co jest w sumie dosyć logiczne, patrząc na to, że jesteście elfami i mieszkacie w elfim lesie. To elfie korzenie jak najbardziej są tutaj sensownym miejscem, żeby rosły. Cały czas szukam tej skrzyni, ale chyba
There
już
are places
znalazłem.
where those horns bring huge prices. Can cure diseases, so they say.
Okej.
Who comes? Oh, I beg your pardon, stranger. I was so busy attending to the Hala, I did not hear your approach.
Kim ty
My name is
jesteś?
Alora. I am the master herder in charge of caring for the Hala. Not as exciting as being a Grey Warden, but the Hala are vital to us.
Co to są
They
halle?
are the noble beasts that pull our Aravel. What humans call land ships. They are our companions and our guides.
Mówisz o nich jak na przyjaciołach.
That is exactly what they are, in fact. We ride the Hala, but never with reins or a saddle. It is the Hala who decide where to lead us, and our privilege that they take our Aravel with them. In return, it's the herder's job to speak to the Hala and care for their needs. It's a bond of friendship, and not servitude.
Kurwa, z jaką książką mi się kojarzy takie ten podejście właśnie do koni? Chwila. Nie wiem, czy nie z Aragonem. Dawno czytałem, nie pamiętam. Z jakąś książką mi się właśnie kojarzy, że była takie coś, że właśnie elfy nie dosiadały koni z uprzężą i z siodłem, tylko właśnie na oklep. Tylko, kurwa, nie pamiętam gdzie konkretnie. Coś mi się kojarzy z Aragonem, ale mogę się mylić. No nieważne. Dlaczego więc oddzieliłaś tego od innych?
I fear she may have been bitten during the werewolf attack. I have tried speaking with her, but she is too agitated for me to understand. The curse would not affect her as it would us, but it would still be lethal. And it may prove contagious to the other Hala as well. I can find no wound on her, but if she's truly ill, then I will have to put her out of her misery. For her sake, as well as that of the others.
Rozumiem. Czy mogę w czymś pomóc?
I don't know. Do you have any skills that might help her? If you do, I would be grateful.
Spróbuję uspokoić Hallę.
No. No, I'm sorry. She isn't calming any more around you than she is for me.
Zbadaj Hallę.
And? What do you think?
Nie mogę
I'm
stwierdzić.
glad you attempted it regardless.
Mogę zabić ją szybko, jeśli chcesz?
No. That would not be right. When the time comes, then I will do it myself. It is my duty, as both master herder and as her friend. She shall take her last breath, knowing she was always safest in my care.
Czyli to zadanie mamy, czy ja je zjebałem już? To złożone klątwą krwi wilkołaków i może umrzeć. Obejrzałeś zwierzę, ale nie dojdzie się stwierdzić, że polega problem. Lepsza znajomość sztuki przetrwania pozwoliłaby to stwierdzić ponad wszelką wątpliwość. Czy ktoś z moich tutaj, kurwa, towarzyszy ma jakąś zdolność, jeśli chodzi o przetrwanie? Nie wydaje mi się. Wydaje mi się, że niezbyt, chociaż mogę się mylić. Może Sten? Ale chyba nie. Nie wiem, myślę, ale nic mi nie przychodzi do głowy. Żeby ktoś tutaj mógł mieć właśnie jakiekolwiek umiejętności przetrwania. Gdzie jest ten bajarz ich cały, o którym oni wspominali parę razy mi? Mitra, ty masz coś do powiedzenia?
I trust there are no hard feelings about my questioning of you when you arrived. We Dalish must protect ourselves from trouble at all times.
Czyli nie sprawiają wam aż takie kłopoty? Nie no, rozumiem. Powiedzmy, że rozumiem.
You might have just told me you were a Grey Warden and saved me the grief, though I suppose I can hardly blame your caution. But I wish you good fortune with your task. Dareth Shiral.
Dzięki. To dostałem. Nie wiem. Dobra, nieważne. Gdzie jest ten wasz cały bajarz, o którym tak 10-krotnie już wspominaliście w ciągu tego mojego przebiegu po tej wiosce? Właściwie to musimy już kończyć odcinek, kurwa. To tak przegadany odcinek jak rzadko kiedy. Żeby aż tak przegadać cały odcinek, to trochę faktycznie dziwne. Dobra. Tam ma jakieś zadania od Kamena, tam mamy. Dobra, ale tym się zajmiemy już w kolejnym odcinku. Dzisiaj nagrałem 3. Wydaje mi się, że mi starczy. Na dzisiaj jest 4 nad ranem, mam dość. Trochę jestem zmęczony, trochę mi się już gubię słowa, wyrazy. Jak słyszycie, nie wyspałem się dzisiaj, bo mnie mucha rano napastowała. Generalnie przejebane życie. Problemem pierwszego świata. Mam nadzieję, że ten odcinek wam się podobał. Jeżeli tak, to rozważcie łapki w górę. Dzięki za oglądanie, do zobaczenia, trzymajcie się. No i cześć.